We are tracking fast-moving developments tonight as one of the most consequential military operations in the Middle East unfolds in real time. According to official statements from the Israel Defense Forces, Israeli and allied intelligence services have eliminated Iran's chief of staff of the armed forces, along with 7 senior members of Iran's top security leadership and approximately 40 high-ranking commanders across the regime's military apparatus. Yet this follows what is now being described as a strategic decapitation campaign, a coordinated effort aimed at collapsing Iran's command and control structure from the very top. To break down the military and strategic implications of this operation, we turn to Alex Trayman, CEO of the Jewish News Syndicate, joining us from Jerusalem. This operation signals far more than a battlefield success. Iran's military power has never relied solely on conventional strength. Instead, it has been built around a highly centralized and insulated leadership structure dominated by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. For nearly 5 decades, this system has existed for 2 primary reasons: to prevent internal revolt, to deter foreign intervention. The removal of senior leadership, especially at the chief of staff level, represents a direct assault on regime survivability, not just military capability. While portions of Iran's command network remain intact, the loss of senior decision-makers creates confusion, hesitation, and fragmentation, conditions that modern warfare exploits ruthlessly. Since the opening phase of the operation, air raid sirens have echoed across the country. In Tel Aviv, multiple residential areas have sustained direct impacts. Intercepts have prevented even larger casualties, but falling debris and shrapnel have caused damage and injuries. One civilian fatality has been confirmed, alongside numerous secondary injuries as civilians rush to shelters. Other regions, including northern Israel, have also been targeted, though Jerusalem has so far avoided direct strikes. Life continues. Between shelter alerts, Israelis have adapted, demonstrating resilience even as the conflict escalates. One of the most revealing aspects of this campaign has been Iran's delayed confirmation of leadership losses. Though initial statements from Tehran claim senior figures, including the supreme leader, were alive and preparing public addresses, this was not confusion. It was deliberate psychological warfare. By denying losses in the opening hours, the regime aimed to maintain morale within its forces, prevent collapse of internal command loyalty, buy time to reorganize surviving leadership. But once confirmation emerged, the reality became unavoidable. The regime had lost its core authority figures at the very start of the conflict. This campaign could not happen without deep, long-term coordination. Military planners from Israel and the United States reportedly spent months synchronizing strike windows, airspace deconfliction, intelligence sharing, and timing. Such operations require absolute precision. Any error risks friendly fire incidents or mission failure. The cooperation between Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump underscores a critical point. This operation is not just about Israel's security. It is about regional and American strategic interests. Iran has targeted U.S. allies, threatened maritime routes, attacked American installations, and destabilized multiple sovereign states. Neutralizing that threat aligns directly with U.S. national security doctrine. For years, Iran relied on forward-deployed terror proxies as its primary deterrent: Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis. These groups were designed to shield Iran from direct retaliation, creating a buffer that would activate if Iran itself were struck. Yet in the opening phase of this conflict, their response has been muted. This suggests a sobering reality for Tehran. Proxy forces are weakened. Deterrence has failed. escalation now carries existential risk for their host territories. Lebanon, Gaza, and Yemen all face devastating consequences if drawn fully into this war. The removal of Iran's top leadership creates a historic opening. For 47 years, the Iranian population has lived under a regime sustained by fear, force, and isolation. With the command structure fractured, the question now shifts from military outcomes to political destiny. If internal forces step into the vacuum, so this moment could mark the collapse of the Islamic Republic, a realignment of Iran toward the international community, a generational reset for Middle Eastern stability. This is not guaranteed, but opportunities like this do not come twice in one generation. This is not just another Middle Eastern conflict. This is a strategic turning point, one that may redefine Iran's future, regional power dynamics, global security architecture. We will continue monitoring developments as this operation unfolds. Subscribe for real-time military analysis, strategic breakdowns, and battlefield intelligence without the noise.